the perfect place. Keto with Sammy. Keto with Sammy.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Good morning. It is currently 9:43 a.m. I had to reset all my clocks. I don't know what happened yesterday. I was literally setting my clocks right now because all of them reset. Yesterday, me and my husband were outside with a friend. He was like doing something to our car. And if you live in Baytown, out of nowhere, like this big flash just happened like in Baytown, and it shut off our whole street, all our power, so everything reset. So I was over here setting all my clocks because I have so many appliances in here, and each of them, you know, they have a clock, and it drives me nuts if I don't see the time right because I'm always looking at the time. So I had to reset everything. I don't know what happened yesterday, but there was a big bang, maybe a crash, but there was like a big burst of just blue in Baytown. It was crazy, and it just set everything off. So I had to reset all my clocks. But it's currently 9:44 in the morning. I got home, I got ready. Y'all know my routine. I fed my baby, he's here. I gave him a low carb tortilla with some sausage and egg and some sugar-free ketchup. So he ate that for breakfast already. Hopefully he lets me enjoy my breakfast because he already ate, but who knows? He'll probably come in the middle and ask me for some more breakfast. My son literally has 2 breakfasts, snack, 2 lunches, 2 dinners. Like, he eats so much. Y'all, I have 3 boys, and I was just telling this yesterday to our friend while he was here because we were eating dinner. I made dinner for him and my husband while he was just here, and I was like, I can't even imagine how much food. Like, I already cook all week. I cook every day except for Sundays. I am constantly cooking. Don't get me wrong, I love to cook. I love what I do, but I can just imagine how much I'm going to be cooking later on when I have teenage boys. I have 3 boys, all back to back. My boys are 6, 5, 4, literally in a line. So can y'all imagine my grocery bill? When they get, including my husband, like, can y'all imagine? I am surrounded by boys. Can y'all imagine that grocery bill? Can y'all imagine how much snacks and food I'm going to have in my house when they are teenagers? I don't even want to think about it right now. It's going to be crazy. I can just, like, I am going to live in my kitchen more than what I already do. It's going to be insane. But I fed him already. I am going to have breakfast today. I worked out last night. Yesterday, I did arms. So I had a good arm workout yesterday. I have been working out. I have been trying my hardest. My weight is dropping a little bit more because I don't know why. I just keep fluctuating. I keep fluctuating between 3 or 4 pounds. I keep going up and down, but it's going down steadily. I know I'm going to fluctuate because I'm lifting weights. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind. So I'm taking measurements. I lost about another inch. I will update y'all very soon. I'm trying to lose another inch, and I'm trying to gain a little bit more muscle, and I will update y'all on my inches very soon. But my weight is just fluctuating, but it's doing good. I'm not really paying attention to my pounds. I kind of just jumped on the scale this morning just to see where I was at. So it's been okay. But so I am hungry since I did work out yesterday. Of course, I always wake up hungry the next day from that because I do fast the 16 hours. My 16 hours are almost up. And I know I have a lot of new people to my channel. I've showed what fasting app that I use in my previous videos, but I have a lot of people that come in these videos, or I get a lot of new people. So they always ask, what fasting track do I use? And it's called Fasting Tracker. If y'all could see it right here, it has a little red fork with the circle on it. That's the one that I like to use. I've been fasting since I actually had an early dinner yesterday, and I ended my fast pretty early because I knew I wanted my food to go down, and I knew I was going to work out. So usually during the week, I try to finish dinner as soon as I can. So I finished dinner yesterday at 5:42. So currently it's already time to end my fast at 9:42 a.m. So we're over, but it's totally cool. Fasting for 16 hours. So you're really fasting while you're asleep. I have comments saying that they can't fast. It's a little hard because you're so used to like eating late or maybe snacking late, or you just get hungry, you know, earlier. I know it's something to get used to, but I promise you, it will make that big of a difference in your weight loss. Like, fasting has definitely helped me, especially in the beginning, lose all that weight. With keto and fasting, like, those are the 2 things that will help you so much to lose all that weight. So just try it, give it a try. It's something to get used to, but eventually you'll get used to it and you won't be as hungry anymore. You know, the longer you do keto, the more you get your fats in and all that stuff. It's supposed to decrease your hunger. So eventually you get used to it, but I highly recommend just at least giving it a try. Right now, I have already drank 2 bottles of water this morning. It's like, this is that color changing cup. A lot of people are like, how'd you get your cup like that? Every time you put Code in it, it's usually white, but if you put Code in it, it turns this dark pink. So I have been drinking 2 cups of water this morning. Don't forget to get your water in, guys. It's very important on your weight loss. Like, water is the main drink. The only other drink that I will have, and hardly ever, I'll have something different for dinner. But most of the time, I'm just reaching for water, or you can put some meal drops in there if you don't want just plain water. I have to have my water really cold. If it's not really cold, I ain't drinking it. But meal drops help a lot if you want to look into those. They have them at the grocery stores. They're like the little squirt bottles. I have some in my pantry, but they're like the little squirt bottles that you squirt in your water and it gives it flavor. It's Mio, M-I-O, and they have tons of different flavors. They have some with electrolytes. They have regular ones, and they have some for energy if you need that. So before we get started on breakfast, I'm going to be making a breakfast sandwich today. I just wanted a good old sandwich, a good old eggy, cheesy sandwich today. But, you know, I have to have my coffee, so we better whip up our hot coffee. Look at this cute cup my friend got me. On my last What I Ate in a Day video, she came, the one that came for the barbecue, and I bought her that Instant Pot air fryer. Yo, yeah, she's a really good friend of mine, really good supporter. She bought me this cute mug. It says rise and shine with a little avocado. It's all green inside. I love it. It's cute. So we're gonna be using this today. And then of course, y'all know my sweetener that I always use, some stevia liquid drops from the good old H-E-B. You can get these anywhere. They have them at Kroger, they have them at Walmart, H-E-B, wherever you shop, they will have these. They also have it in the granular form, like the sugar kind, but I like to just get the liquid ones. Then for our flavor we're going to be using today in the Jordan Skinny syrup, I'm just going to be using some vanilla caramel creme. I don't know how to pronounce it. This stuff. Give it a good old shake. I'm just going to add a dash to my coffee to give it that flavor. Then we're going to pour. I already have my hot coffee. Oh, I'm lying. We're not doing that yet. We're doing collagen. Okay. Collagen. This is the one that I like to use, the Garden of Life brand. This is the unflavored. It is grass-fed collagen peptides, unflavored. I got this from H-E-B too. So all of this stuff is usually like in the wellness section. I'm just gonna put half a scoop in my coffee. It's by the wellness section, like where you get all your supplements and all like the workout powders and all that stuff. This is where that's gonna be. I also use MCT oil in the brand Garden of Life as well. Got this in the same section at H-E-B. Love me some MCT oil. I'm going to put a tablespoon into my coffee. Now we're going to pour the hot coffee over that. I said coffee. Now we're going to pour the hot coffee over that. You know what? I've been getting so many comments lately that people like my accent. I'm like, what accent? You don't realize that you have an accent? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. It's weird. I'm like, oh, I have an accent. Okay, so we have our coffee. I forgot to get my creamer. I have to get my heavy whipping cream. I think I messed up when I went grocery shopping this week. I didn't realize how much heavy whipping cream I still had in my fridge. I have like 4 things of heavy whipping cream. I was like, oh, but I use it a lot. So I was like, whatever, I'll just stay stocked up for a little bit. So maybe I don't have to buy heavy whipping cream this week when I go grocery shopping, because y'all know I am always buying some heavy whipping cream. Okay, so when I take a sip of this, when I drink it, it's going to break my fast, because anything 50 calories and over breaks your fast. This is 50 calories for a tablespoon, so automatically that breaks my fast. Drink your water. But I am just going to whip this up, and we are going to get started on breakfast. We are going to make a truffle breakfast sandwich, and it's going to be delicious. I wasn't recording, but my son already came into the kitchen. He already got a Jell-O, and yeah, he already got his first snack of the day. And it's only 10 in the morning. But first thing I'm going to do to get started on our breakfast sandwich, we are going to make the buns to it. And I like to use my mini waffle maker by Dash. I will link this in the description below for y'all to check out if y'all want to order it from Amazon. But of course, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen them all at the stores. They do have like other off brands I've seen at Walmart of like a mini waffle maker, but honestly, I feel like Dash is probably the best bet. Like, to me, I feel like it's the best. I've seen like other people get the Walmart ones. They're not as good. I feel like Dash is like really good, and they're really cheap. It's only $10 for a little thing like this. They're so cute. It's like a little mini one, and they make little buns for you. So first thing I'm going to do is plug this in to get it heated. And while this is heating up, we are going to start cooking our bacon and egg. Usually I love to use the sausage patties for this breakfast sandwich, but I didn't have none on hand. I'm just gonna use what I have here. I have some bacon that I need to use up, so we're gonna use bacon today. So I just leave this right here on the counter and let it heat up, and we are going to get started over here at the stove. You could use any breakfast meat that you want for this, sausage, bacon, maybe some chorizo, but I kind of like to keep it as a sandwich, so your best bet is probably bacon or sausage, just so it stays still, or Canadian bacon. They have like little Canadian bacon circles that you could use. Just anything you can put in this breakfast sandwich. Okay, I already have this pan that I used earlier for my son's eggs, so I'm just gonna reuse this pan. But I have one slice of bacon. As you can see, it's kind of thick, so I just cut it in half so I can have 2 strips. And first, I like to cook my bacon so I get the grease in there, and then I cook my egg in the bacon grease, and it's a really good fat to add to your breakfast sandwich. Bacon grease is very cheap. You could save it in a mason jar, put it off to the side like I do, cook your meats in it, your eggs, all kinds of things, and it adds great fats to your breakfast or lunch or whatever you want it for. Okay, my bacon is nice and crispy. I'm just gonna take it out, strip off any excess, put it off to the side for right now. Now in the remaining bacon grease, we are going to cook our egg. I'm going to cook mine like an over medium because I don't want it all runny all over the place. You can definitely scramble this. Do it however you like. I like to just do mine over medium. And we're just gonna let this cook, and then we're gonna move on to making the bread part. Okay, my egg is done cooking, and I'm just set it off to the side, guys. My kid is something else. I'm cooking my egg, and he literally runs into the kitchen. I didn't even realize what he was doing. Got in the fridge, and he just grabbed a cold pizza that was his from yesterday, and just starts eating it, and takes off. Like, he eats so much. He does not care what it is. He does not care if it's cold. He doesn't care if it's hot. He does not care. He is going to eat it, and he just took off. And I was like, do you want me to warm that up? And he's just like, whatever, bye. I'm like, okay. This kid, he is constantly in this kitchen. I don't understand it. But okay. So now we are going to start making the bread part to our chaffle. So all you're going to need is a shredded cheese, whatever kind of cheese that you want to use. I prefer cheddar or this Mexican blend cheese. I have this Mexican blend cheese right here. You are going to put half a cup. You're going to measure out half a cup. If I can get it into my cup. Okay. So I have half a cup going right here into my bowl. Now, you're just going to add 1 egg. Just crack that in there. This is literally all you need, and some seasoning. And this is going to be our bread. So I love to use bagel not included seasoning. I get this one. This one's the HEB brand. I got this one at HEB, of course. I've seen some people where they have the the Trader Joe's brand. I don't have a Trader Joe's near me, so I've never been there. Do I? No, I don't. I don't have a Trader Joe's or a Costco. I want a Costco in Baytown so bad. Don't get me wrong, I love Sam's Club, but I've seen so many, like, I feel like Costco has so much keto products, like way more than Sam's does. So I wish I had a Costco near me, but literally the closest one to me is like 40 minutes away, and that's not happening. So they need to put a Costco in Baytown. But I'm going to use this bagel not included seasoning just to season it up. It's salty already, it adds that kick of flavor. So I love to use this on my sandwiches. So I just put some seasoning in there. You're going to take a whisk. Everybody is always like impressed by these little baby whisks that I have. They have these on Amazon. I'll link them below for you too. But I got this a long time ago at HEB. Like, it came in like a little 3-pack. So it's like, this is like the mini one. Then they have like a medium and then a longer one. But yeah, I just love them because they come in handy. You know how you go to the aisles and like they always have like random stuff hanging in the aisle? That's where I got it from. But they have them on Amazon. They're really cheap. I'll link them below for y'all just to click on. Just to see if y'all want to order some. They come in handy rather than just like a bigger whisk. I love them. But you're just going to break up your egg all into your cheese and mix it into your seasoning. You want to make sure that egg is well broken apart, because if you don't, it's going to cook like a regular egg and it won't cook into like a bread. It'll be like you have egg whites in your bread everywhere. So make sure you break that part apart very well. Then once we have all this mixed together, we're just going to pour half into our mini dash waffle maker. So it's going to make 2. Okay, I have my mini waffle maker right here. It's already heated through. As you can see, it's really hot. Now what I like to do is just take a tablespoon. I think the perfect amount for these mini waffle makers are 2 tablespoons if I'm not mistaken. So I put 2 tablespoons so you don't overflow it. Spread it out to your edges and just simply close it and let it cook. Okay, so you want to give it about a minute or so. You'll know it's ready if you can lightly lift this and it doesn't pull. If it's still pulling, it's not ready. So you can see that it's nice and crispy, golden brown on top. You're just going to simply take it out, let it cool, but look at that. So easy to make. Look at this. It's like a nice piece of bread. Now, as soon as I take this part out, I love to just sprinkle cheese on here for my egg. Usually I use a slice of cheese, but this is what we have on hand, so we're using this today. I just sprinkle about a tablespoon just so it melts on here when I put on my egg and stuff. So now we're going to simply just make the other one so we can have both of our breads for our sandwich. Spread it out. And just do the same thing like you did the other one. While that is cooking, we're going to put our bacon on here. We have our bacon. We have our egg. Now I'm going to wait for the other bread because I am going to be putting some avocado on this. Okay, my other half is ready. I'm just going to take it out. Oh, almost lost it. I'm going to unplug my waffle maker. So let it cool down, set it off to the side. Now the last ingredient I am going to add to this, I smashed down half an avocado with some salt. It's not the prettiest avocado. I had it in the fridge left over in my little container. And I'm just going to spread some right on top. Alright guys, and our breakfast sandwich is complete. Very simple to make and it's very enjoyable. You could stuff this with totally so many different options. We just did some bacon and egg. Very simple and it's great for on the go. These you can actually freeze. You can make the little breads in advance. Freeze them in like a good container or wrap them in like some parchment paper. Whatever you have, you have to figure out the best way to freeze them. But you can in advance just so they're easier. Or you can just, you don't have to freeze them either. You can just make them in advance and keep them in your fridge throughout the week. But I hope y'all enjoyed this breakfast recipe, and if y'all give it a try, y'all comment down below how y'all enjoyed it. Y'all go to my Facebook page and post some pictures. I would love to see y'all's different creations with this. Alright guys, I ate my breakfast and it was so delicious, but I'm currently like washing dishes from breakfast and I feel somebody staring at me. And look at this weirdo. Shady is always staring at me. All the time. Shady, what are you doing? What are you doing, Shady? I'm washing dishes and she's just staring at me the whole time. There she comes. There she is. Hi, Shady. Good morning. She's like, give me a treat. You want a treat? Do you want a treat? Look, I say treat and all the other ones are going to come. There was a Linky. Who wants a treat? There's Jinky. Who wants a treat? Let me see if Saki comes. Who wants it? There's Saki. I'm pretty sure Bella would come, but she's spoiled and she just likes it brought to her. Okay, we are currently like at the end of the bag. We need to get more treats. There's for you. Oh, thank you. So you get 2 since it's broke. Okay, well, I'll give y'all more. Bye. Bella is like, bring me my treat present. All right, y'all, I currently have to run some errands this morning. I have to do a little bit of running around. I have to go to Kohl's and return an Amazon package very quickly. Then I have to head on over to school and pick up some paperwork for my baby. He has to be signed up for speech before he starts school next year. As some of y'all know, my older son is autistic nonverbal. So him being the older one, my other kids are right behind him because they are 6, 5, and 4. They all grew up together. They all followed each other's speech in the way they talk. So all of them fell behind on speech. My older son, of course, he takes speech in school. So does my middle one. Now I have to get my baby onto that so he could take speech next year. So I have to go pick up some paperwork and just do a little bit of running around this morning. And when I get back, we will probably have a snack. It's already 11:25, so probably around 1 or 2 usually I have my snack or lunch, but since we do have breakfast, I will only be having a snack. So I will be back here shortly. All right, y'all, I am back home. I did my running around that I have to do. I actually made an extra stop, so it's a little bit, I got back a little bit later than I expected. It is currently 1:25. Bella's being mean. It is currently 1:25. I went to go do the paperwork. I went to Kohl's. And then I had to swing by my mother-in-law's and we got to chit-chatting. So time just passed by. But I am back home and all that running around worked up an appetite. So I'm just going to have a small lunch. We are going to be making some lettuce wraps with some Quest chips. And they are very easy. It's basically like making a sandwich but in a lettuce, in a romaine lettuce. You could totally use sola bread. I have that bread replacement. But I had some low carb tortillas yesterday, so I try not to have so much. This is a bread that I love to get. This is my absolute favorite bread. It is the Sola. They do have different flavors. They are 2 net carbs each. I usually get the sweet and buttery. So this is the one that I like, but since we're cutting back a bit, I'm just gonna use some regular lettuce wraps. So let's get to making this lunch. I apologize if y'all hear my dogs randomly just bark out of nowhere. It's because they're doing something to our car outside. So they hear a person outside and then they hear tools and they just bark at everything. So sorry. But okay, so what you're gonna do, I have some romaine right here and I'm just going to make 2. And you kind of just want to keep them whole. As like a leaf that you could like lay some stuff down in. So you kind of want to just keep them like this because we're going to lay everything right here. And today I'm just going to be using what I have here at my house as always. You don't have to complicate your breakfast and lunches. Just use what you have around. Come up with some easy, simple meals. That's usually what I do. I never just buy like, of course, if you're someone that needs to plan your lunches ahead, like you work and you do all that stuff, that's totally fine. But since I'm here at home, usually I have stuff here at home that I can just eat on, that I have on hand, and I can just come up with the lunch very quickly. So I don't really plan my breakfast and lunches. I mostly plan my dinner. I do keep like keto snacks around. I try to keep little things in the fridge that I know I'll use. So it just makes it that much more easier. I don't know what is up with my dogs today, but they are on a whole nother level today. They keep fighting and they keep growling. I don't know what's wrong with them. But I'm just going to rinse these lettuces really quick. And then I'm going to trim the bottom so we don't have that white part. I rinsed them and I just cut off this bottom piece because you don't want like this hard piece. This one don't really have it. Okay, so now you have a flat bed of romaine just like this. And we are going to stuff them with our ingredients that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using some mayonnaise. I love the Hellmann's. It's really good. I'm going to put about a tablespoon in each. Oh, I lost my whole tablespoon. So you're just going to put it however you want. I usually just smear it at the bottom, all over the romaine. Just like this. Do it to the next one. Okay, and once you're done with that, I'm going to use some mustard. You could use Dijon mustard if you like that as well. Put it right on top of the mayo. If I can get it out. Remember, I don't know if people eat ketchup on their sandwiches. I don't think so. But if you do, make sure it is sugar-free because ketchup does have sugar in it. As well as like barbecue sauce that has tons of sugar. So make sure you get sugar-free products. The mayonnaise and the mustard is totally fine. You might want to get a very clean mayonnaise because sometimes they contain hidden ingredients, but I love this mayonnaise. It's so good. Okay, now I have 4 slices of ham left over. This is the ham that I'm using. It's just some Black Forest uncured ham I got from H-E-B. I'm just going to put 2 slices in each. Now, I only have 1 slice of Swiss cheese left. Remember, I'm just using what I have here at my house. I had some yesterday, but we used it up. I think it's 1, but it's a thick slice. So I'm just going to split it, and that's totally fine with me. I love Swiss cheese and ham. So yesterday, the reason why I had 8 low-carb tortillas is because for me and my son for lunch, I made some low-carb quesadillas with ham and Swiss cheese, and we kind of just toasted it in some grass-fed butter, and we had a nice Swiss cheese and ham quesadilla, and it was good. So that's why I only have a little bit left. Now, you could totally add this if you like to. Remember, tomatoes are always in moderation. I love tomatoes, so I have them whenever I want. So I'm probably just gonna split like 1 slice, just like this, and put it in there. Just like that. Now you're pretty much done. Whatever other things you want to add, go ahead and do so. The only thing I'm going to add is some Valentina. I have to. Like, back then when I have mail on my fingers. Back then when I would eat like regular sandwiches, you make a sandwich, you put chips on it, and you put hot sauce. So I have to have hot sauce in like my sandwich thing. I have to, just a drizzle. You don't need to. Okay, so these are ready. I'm just gonna put these on a plate. Now what I'm having on the side is some Quest chips. These are my absolute favorite chips. A lot of y'all know about them. If you do not, they sell them at H-E-B, Target, Walmart, Sam's Club. Sam's Club sells a pack, but I believe they only have the cheddar and ranch together. They have tons of other flavors. They have cheddar, ranch, some salsa kind, a taco flavor. I think that's it. But they're all good. So this bag is for net carbs. This is probably the best chips replacement that you were going to get. This is the nacho cheese flavor. So I'm going to be having this with my wraps, and this is going to be my lunch. I'm going to quickly eat this. I have to get some things done around my house before I have to go pick up my kids. I don't know where the time went this morning. I have to make it like I did something right. I have to put up some clothes. I gotta do some mom stuff around the house. When I go pick up my kids, I think I want to take them to the park right here at the corner by our house just for a little bit before their daddy gets home, just to get out some energy. So they're, you know, they're boys. I got to do something with them. They have way too much energy when they come home from school. Like, they are off the wall. But all right, guys, I am just going to enjoy my quick lunch. And this is what they look like. I usually just roll them and eat them kind of like a taco, but they're very good and very filling. So I'm gonna have this, and of course our Quest chips. And don't forget to drink your water. I picked up my boys from school, and we are currently at the park, and I am just letting them get some energy out before we head home and make some dinner tonight. These boys desperately need to get all that energy out all the time. They are having fun back there. They have each other, all 3 of them. They can just all play, and they'll be happily for about an hour. right, y'all, I am back home and it is time to get started on dinner. I got home, my boys are fed, my husband's fed. Now it's my turn. I'm getting started a little bit late. I changed because I was like frustratingly hot. I don't know, it's like humid today and I got really frustrated. I hate to be hot, so I had to change. But today for dinner, we are making some Tuscan chicken with some Brussels sprouts on the side. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is take 3 chicken breasts and dice them up. You could leave them whole and just smother them, but today I'm just going to dice them into little chunks. I diced up my chicken breasts. Now over here I have a pan heating through with some avocado oil and I'm just gonna add the chicken in. To my chicken breast, I'm going to be seasoning it with some pepper, some salt, a little bit of garlic, Lovers by Flavor God, and some Italian seasoning. And you just want to cook the chicken all the way through. Y'all, I know, excuse my eyelash. The wind was not my friend at the park today and I changed my eyelash glue and it is not sticking the way I wanted to, so I need to go back to my original eyelash glue. But I know it's lifting and I look like a crazy person, but excuse that. So, last week I had some leftover Brussels sprouts and I froze them. I had vacuum sealed them. I defrosted them this morning and this is what we're going to have on the side. I'm simply just going to sear them in some avocado oil right now. I'm going to trim off the ends and then we'll season it and add some cheese. Very simple. Honestly, no, I think I'm going to sear them in some bacon grease just to give it that extra flavor. I cut my Brussels sprouts in half. Usually I like the shaved Brussels sprouts, but I had some left over from a recipe last week, so I wasn't going to let them go to waste. But I cut them in half just so they're not so big. I have my Brussels sprouts searing in some bacon grease and I'm going to season it with some salt and some pepper. And I personally love Flavor God's lemon and garlic flavor on the Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to add some of this. All right, y'all, I'm in the middle of cooking and I want something sweet. So taking a break, I am going to eat one of these Chalk Zero peanut butter cups. They are so good. They are so good. It is like a white chocolate filled with peanut butter. And y'all know me, I am picky as heck with peanut butter. But these chocolates are the bomb. I got this in my keto crate this month. If y'all don't know what the keto crate is, go check out my videos. It's linked in my description below for y'all to receive $10 off if y'all want to order that. It's a monthly subscription in a box that comes with once a month, and it comes with delicious keto snacks that you can try. So I have never tried this brand before. I had never tried their chocolates, and I got this in my box this month, and I have been addicted. I want to order more. So I'm going to eat one of these. They're 1 net carbs, so why not? Right, so they have 4 dietary fiber, total carb is 5, and they don't have no sugar alcohol, so it's 1 net carb per 1 cup. So I'm gonna eat one right now. I'll show you what they look like. They come in these cute little packages. Just gonna open it up, and this is a white chocolate and it's filled with the peanut butter. Their chocolate is so good, and that peanut butter, I don't know what I got on my finger, excuse that, but their peanut butter, it's just so good. Y'all give these a try. They're absolutely delicious. Okay, once your chicken is done cooking through, I am now going to add 1 bag of sun-dried tomatoes, and these are already julienne cut, so I just add the whole thing in there. And you just mix it all in. And now we are going to add some spinach. Okay, I have my spinach in here. You could use fresh or frozen. Today I used frozen because that's just what I had on hand. Now we're going to add some heavy cream for the sauce. Okay, using some heavy whipping cream, basically this is going to make a cream sauce, like an Alfredo sauce. This is what you make homemade Alfredo sauce with. I'm going to put about a cup. You don't want to over drown it. You just want it creamy. I just eyeball everything, but put about a cup. And then you are just going to let this simmer and it's going to thicken and it's going to make a nice cream sauce. It should simmer maybe about 10 minutes and then we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. Okay, so as you can see, my sauce has thickened. Now I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to sprinkle some Parmesan just so it melts right on top. You want to taste it to see if you need more salt or pepper or any more seasoning. Okay, the Parmesan I'm using is just some shredded Parmesan, just like this. I'm not going to add a lot. I'm just going to sprinkle it right on top. And this is just going to melt in. And huh? Okay. Sorry, guys. He wanted some apple. So I'm just going to sprinkle it right on top. And it's just going to melt down. Let it cool down. And our dinner is ready. I have my Brussels sprouts over here that I'll show y'all in a minute. They're already roasted and cooked through. Alright, y'all, and here is dinner. It was so simple and easy to make, and I promise you, that is delicious. Everybody will love the chicken. So I have my roasted Brussels sprouts, and I just have my Tuscan chicken. A very simple meal. You can also make this in the Instant Pot if you like. but it literally takes about 25 minutes to make. It does not take long at all. I did top these with some red pepper flakes. I just like the spice to it. And I'm just gonna have some water on the side. But I'm just gonna sit down and enjoy my delicious dinner. All right, y'all, I had dinner earlier and it was absolutely delicious. I forgot how much I love Tuscan chicken. I actually haven't made it in a while, so I was really craving it this week. But it's a really delicious and easy dinner to make. So I hope y'all make it for y'all's family and really enjoy it. But I took my kids a shower earlier, y'all, and I have a long night ahead of me. I have to do this video and post it for y'all to enjoy. So I still have a couple of things to get done around the house. And earlier, I was dealing with my husband because my husband has some really bad tooth pain right now, and I know tooth pain is like the worst. So we were trying to get him some pain medication, some antibiotics. So I was dealing with that earlier, and the day just like flew by. The night flew by. So I gotta get some things done before the night ends. But I hope y'all enjoyed this What I Eat in a Day video. Please hit that thumbs up button if you did, and don't forget to share with all your family and friends. Share my channel. Let's get it out there. I have tons of keto recipes on my YouTube channel, and I know it would definitely help a lot of people on their keto journey. So if you can, please share my channel. I would appreciate it so much. And thank y'all always for all the love and support. But I will see y'all in my next video. Stay tuned tomorrow.